Leather Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. Well, this is fabulous Washington DC. Behind me, if you could tell, that glowing blur out there is the Capitol. I guess this is not what you call high definition. It's about, I'm guessing it's between 11 and 12 midnight. I thought that I was going to be met here in Union Station, and I'm not. And one of my friends told me that I should give him a call, but of course, nobody has payphones here. And matter of fact, the only way that I could find free Wi-Fi earlier was I had to sneak down into the Amtrak waiting area. And you know, I'm not authorized to be there because only Amtrak ticketed passengers are allowed there. And the Capitol Police, whoever has authority here at Union Station, they take rather a dim view of people loitering there after hours. So, and I know that from personal experience. So anyway, it looks like I'm going to have to take one of the tourist maps that I just found, and I'm going to have to find Massachusetts Avenue, and then when that turns on to I Street, I'm going to have to take that to get myself in the neighborhood of the White House. Because if I get myself near the White House, I'll be able to find where some of my friends hang out in the park across the street. Assuming the peace vigil hasn't been moved because of the things going on for 4th of July. I don't know, and I won't know till I get there. But anyway, wish me luck. And with any luck, these pieces of footage will be spliced together, and I'll have something cool for you guys. Hi, can you hear me? Welcome to my channel, Leather Rokk here. Greetings from the Washington DC Public Library. I hope I don't draw too much attention to myself, but I thought this would be really great to do a story time video for you guys. I had an adventure getting here. Now, I'm not going to be posting the videos I shot in order because I had a series of interesting events that happened. First of all, Saturday night before I got here, I had to go to the emergency room at my local hospital because I had a dental emergency, and they did not have a dentist there, so they basically gave me antibiotics and a prescription, and basically gave me a list of dentists that my local insurance takes. But the tooth got worse and worse, and looked like I was going to abort my trip to Washington, D.C., but my heart was set on being here. I have a friend to stay with, and there are so many events here for people, and I've never been to the 4th of July in Washington, D.C., and this is kind of like, might be a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing. It means a lot to me. And so my mother said, and I quote, "If I die, she's going to blame it on President Trump." So hopefully I should be fine. I'm going to take all my pills, and a couple days after I get back, I will see a dental surgeon, and I should be okay. But anyway, so I got to, oh yeah, so after this happened, I had a Comcast outage at my home from like 3:30 in the morning until like 9:30 in the morning. And of course, that meant that I wasn't able to let people know in Washington, D.C. what time I thought I was going to arrive. I got my bus ticket. I went out to a club Sunday night, and I went and did an inquiry at Greyhound and found out that the first bus I wanted to take was sold out. So usually I wait until I buy a ticket till I'm ready to walk up and do it. But this time there was a chance of it being sold out, and I didn't want to screw up. So I bought my ticket, and then when I went to the next day to go to the bus terminal to get on the bus, there was a breakdown of a bus, and we had to go to the bus terminal, and I had to lug my stuff like 10 blocks. Okay, got that. So then I got on Greyhound, and Greyhound, you know, they have free Wi-Fi on the buses, which is really wonderful. However, it was too noisy for me to do any filming. Plus, I had a screaming, noisy kid from Philadelphia on to Washington, D.C., which made filming would not have been possible anyway. Then when I got to Washington, D.C., there was nobody to meet me at Union Station. And I was a little tiny bit concerned about that, especially since I had brought a map. However, in Union Station, there are plenty of visitor maps there. And I know enough of the a way to get around so that I was able to find my way to Lafayette Park from here, from Union Station. And Lafayette Park, if you don't know, is the park across from the White House. And I have friends that staff the Peace Vigil there. Sometimes, I leave my bags there when I'm doing things, especially certain things that you're not going to be able to bring to see Trump on the 4th of July. They don't even allow umbrellas, and I have an umbrella I'm going to leave either at that tent or at my friend's house. I don't know. Because they might very well move the Peace Vigil, because sometimes when they have events here, they move it to a little bit further away. I believe during the inauguration, where the Peace Vigil is, they set up press camps or something. Or yeah, they were interviewing for Fox News around that area. So, but I made it safely to the Peace Vigil last night. I got in at 10:10, something like that, or no, 11 something. I actually did something I never did before. My friend who I stay with was actually staffing the Peace Vigil thing from until like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I actually left most of my bags with him, and I actually put newspaper down on a park bench, and I opened up the umbrella, covered my face with it like the other bums do. I slept on a park bench at Lafayette Park. Okay, I'm officially a bum. Leather Rokk is a fucking bum, all right, and I'm not ashamed of it. Guess what? I have SPF 100 sunblock. I have SPF 50, I have SPF 30, I got all kinds of sunblock. When I got up, a bunch of us went to, there's so much free Wi-Fi in Washington, D.C. Plus, there's a bus called the Circulator Bus. It used to be $1 when other buses were $2. Well, guess what? Now the Circulator Bus is free. That's wonderful. I wish I'd known it was free. I could have taken the bus from Union Station up to the Peace Vigil thing, but instead of carrying my bags. And what's really annoying is, okay, the computer has a certain weight to it, but I have a string backpack, and if you've ever used these string backpacks, they really dig in you. And this is 5 days worth of clothes changes, and I don't exactly pack lightly. And you figure I have a new YouTube book now, so I've got walking around with 3 notebooks and my clapboard. I'm probably carrying about 40 pounds of stuff all told. Hopefully, I will eventually get to a point where I can drop off the clothes and most of my toiletries at my friend's place. But here at the library, I'm going to be able to get a schedule of so many events that are going on in town. And one thing that's very special that I hope to do while I'm here is there is the Smithsonian's Postal Museum, and it's right across from Union Station. And there's really no excuse to miss it if you ever want to do tourism around Washington, D.C. The only reason why I didn't go the last time I was here for a week was because by the time I was almost ready to go, I had so many bags strapped to me, and I felt like it would have been really inappropriate for me to go in a museum with a whole bunch of bags. And plus, I don't think security likes that too much. So, and you don't want to knock things over, even though I don't know how much trouble you can get with stamps. One of the things I would like to treat myself to, President George H.W. Bush, they have stamps in his name, and I would like to get a sheet of Bush stamps. I used to get a sheet to save and a sheet to use, but in recent years I've been actually sharing a lot of my excess stamps with my mother. She uses it for partial postage because a lot of the bills that she mails, she actually does pay by mail. And postage is just ridiculous. I used to write so many snail mails to people, but with email and stuff, I mean, no wonder they keep raising their rates. Most people aren't writing letters as much as they used to. And frankly, postage is too expensive. I can't. I used to send postcards out every time I went to exciting places like Washington, D.C. I haven't sent in a couple years. I feel really bad about it. But, it's just, like I said, the postage is getting expensive, and it's not that I'm not thinking about you, but thank God for the free Wi-Fi. And nobody's getting up in my face here saying I'm talking too loud or I can't make this video. Of course, I'm hoping that they don't realize that's what I'm doing. You can't tell this, but I turned down the light on the screen so it's not glaring so bright so people can't tell that I'm filming myself, because I'm sure people would freak out if they thought they got in the background. And I don't think you could see any faces, so I don't think I'm violating anybody's rights to privacy here. God forbid you should be outed as a person that reads at a public library. Shh, scandal. So, Anyway, it's beautifully hot and warm. No matter how late it got, I never needed to wear a jacket of any kind. Now, one thing I did so that I wouldn't moon people when I was on that park bench, I actually took one of my many Trump shirts and I put it on upside down, covered my legs from like mid-knee up over my bottom underneath my skirt so that there was no way that I could be obscene, in my sleep or whatever. And I had already a little bit, a small stack of free newspapers. I always like to get free newspapers of different kinds whenever I'm in a big city, especially Epic News. If you've ever heard of it, it's from China, and they're anti-communist. They have a very anti-communist, anti-socialist slant, and they treat America fairly, and they treat our president fairly, and they're very good quality paper with excellent journalism, and I believe some of the journalists have suffered imprisonment and torture just for getting the truth out there. They're being persecuted by their own government. So if you have a chance to check out Epic News, you really should. They had special editions for Los Angeles, for San Francisco, for New York City, and here for Washington, D.C., and I'm sure other cities as well, but those are cities that I have seen them in personally. So I would definitely recommend that. Okay, in a few minutes, I'm going to sign off from here so that I can get a schedule of the free things to do here. I have to go with not only the schedule, the things that I want to accomplish while I'm here, and I certainly want to make a bunch of videos of hopefully fun and exciting content for you, my dear viewers. If it wasn't for you guys who you can choose to watch anything and you choose to watch me, and I really appreciate it, and thank you for sharing my adventures with me, because these are the things that are important to me. I literally am going to be getting dental surgery soon, and there's probably a small chance of death my delaying it to come here, but it matters to me to be here. I like to witness history. I like to support my president, and I'm here because I care. Oh, you want to see what I'm wearing? So, with that, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. And if you do, hit that bell notification so you won't miss anything. And we'll have more Washington, D.C. adventures real soon. Bye.